Okay, Justin, this is a close-up on the G chord, and here's an idea of what it sounds like. I did not show you this chord because it's the full chord and it's a little bit harder. We'll show you a little bit later. And we just showed you the simple G chord, which you'll be using the first 4 strings, and you'll have your fourth finger on the 3rd fret of the 1st string, and you'll be using the first 4 strings with that, and it sounds like this. And also we showed you the C chord. This is a close-up of the C chord. This is also the full C chord, and you'll learn it a little bit later. And here's what it sounds like. Now, here's the C you learned, which will be using the first 4 strings and your first fingers on the 1st fret of the 2nd string and your second fingers on the 2nd fret of the 4th string. And we're just going to be using the first 4 strings again. And whenever you're doing these, make sure your fingers are coming straight down on the strings. You don't want any kind of angle, because it could come out something like this, and I don't know, just different kind of variations of a not so good chord. And also you want your fingers to be close up here near the fret bar right there. You want it to be close, just a little bit behind it, so it'll give a clear tone. Because if you don't, you'll come back here and it'll sound like that whenever it should sound like this. And I'm going to show you about the thumb wrapping around on the back. Really, it's basically whatever feels right for you. My thumb feels right, anchored around it. Some people's hands are not as big, so they might want to just stay down here. Some people feel better and comfortable down here, so they just play down there. But I feel comfortable up here. And just for little reasons. Sometimes you may come around and wrap it around. Some people don't. Some people just play it regular. And just try it a few times each way and see which is best for you, you know. Just try it and see which feels natural. I mean, if something don't feel natural to it, you ain't gonna do it. And now we're gonna show you the strumming hand for the G and the C chord. You're going to be using the first 4 strings and just the down strum. And also the C chord. And for the first week's lesson, you can go ahead and just give a simple down strum like this. And you don't want to go too slow, Justin. If you go too slow, it'll turn out something like this. And it'll get you out of time. You just want to go ahead and strum it straight down. And so now you're going to strum it straight down. For the first week, you're going to just strum it straight down 4 times on each chord. On the G chord, you're just going to say. And then switch to the C. Back to the G, switch back to the C, and then end up on the G. And whenever you do these practices, you're sort of practicing your simple strum, but that should be pretty easy. So what you're really trying to practice is switching between the G and C. Try that exercise, you know, just flipping back and forth. Just try to get you to go faster, so that whenever you do come up to the regular exercise, you can switch in time and not have to sit there and wait. So it should end up sounding something like this. Now, make sure you don't hit these the 5th and 6th string. Those are your bass strings, and they do not complement your chord. They're not in there, and they just make it just sound wrong, and because they are wrong. and see. It'll sound something like this if you do it. It just does not add in the chord, so don't do it. And just sit there and practice those simple instructions for about 15 minutes a day, and you'll get to do them really good, and you'll be able to switch between the G, like that one right there, and the C, and back to the G. Now, I'll show you one more time that the last little instruction, I guess, exercise you can call it, I don't know. Here it is. Alright, go play with that, Justin, and we'll see you next week.